And so it begins, not with comfort or warmth, but with a drop. You're pushed out of your mother's body into the wet, heavy air of the Amazon. She doesn't even glance back. To her, birthing you is no different than relieving herself of waste. You're one of dozens, and once you hit the ground, that's it, you're on your own. But you don't have time to dwell on that, because the moment you're born, you run, or rather slither. Your siblings scatter in every direction. Each of you a tiny, wriggling target in a world that couldn't care less about your arrival. Survival starts now. And yet you're not entirely helpless. Even at just a couple of feet long, you have instincts older than the jungle itself. Your body knows how to move, how to hide. The water welcomes you like an old friend, and you dive into it with surprising ease. The river's murky color wraps around you, hiding your soft, vulnerable form from the jaguar pacing nearby, and the hawk circling above. Still, hunger hits fast. Being small doesn't mean you get a break. You just get hungrier sooner. You feel it gnawing at you, pushing you to act, so you stop drifting and start focusing. The river moves slowly, and you let it carry you as your eyes lock onto a flicker in the current of a fish, careless and close. For a moment you freeze, letting the water do the work. Then you lunge. Your jaw snaps forward faster than you'd expect from such a young body, and somehow your teeth find their mark. It's a small fish, barely a bite, but it's your first kill. It's clumsy and raw, but it's food, and more importantly, it's a beginning. Yet that taste of victory isn't enough. You need more. You need to grow and fast. In this jungle, the rule is simple. The bigger you are, the longer you'll last. So you eat and you hide, and you eat again. And in the quiet moments, you notice something remarkable about your skin. A perfectly arranged pattern of greens and browns coats your body, blending into water, weeds, and shadow alike. It's not decoration, it's your first real weapon. Out here, being invisible is more valuable than having fangs. Still, invisibility only helps if you know how to use it. And so you practice. You slip beneath branches, drift under lily pads, and sink through floating debris. Every moment teaches you something about patience, about timing, about the difference between a meal and a mistake. But the jungle doesn't wait while you learn. A rodent approaches the riverbank, twitching its whiskers. It's small, distracted, unaware, so you do what you've been training to do. You stay still. You wait. And then like a spring snapping loose, you strike. Your body wraps around the rodent before it can react. You squeeze, just like nature taught you, until there's no more struggle. Dinner is served. So time passes, and so do the meals. The occasional bird that lands too close, you keep growing, shedding your skin as you outgrow it, stretching longer, stronger. You're a juvenile now, no longer helpless, but not quite a threat either. Still, you're getting there. And with size comes ambition. The prey you once feared, you now hunt. Capybaras, the world's largest rodents, catch your eye. They're bulky, heavy, and fast. A full-grown one is still too much for you. But the younger ones, they're worth a shot. But don't get overconfident. Not yet, because the predators around you have also taken note of your growth. Jaguars, caimans, even bigger anacondas. They're still a real danger. Every stretch of river is a gamble. Every rustle in the trees could be your last. Even so, you push forward. One day, you spot a young caiman basking on the muddy riverbank. It's not much bigger than you are, maybe even smaller. Your hunger whispers that it's worth the risk, so you test yourself. You move with care, letting the river mask your approach. Then, just as the caiman yawns, you strike. It thrashes, but it's too late. This time, you win. Yet, not every attempt ends like that. Sometimes your target gets away, like the time you tried to drag a capybara into the water and ended up being pulled instead, skidding helplessly across slippery rocks before you finally gave up. You were lucky no one saw it. Not that they'd care. The jungle doesn't laugh, it just moves on. Meanwhile, your body continues to change. Your strikes become sharper. Your senses are more refined. You learn to read the silence, to feel vibrations through the ground, to sense heat through your tongue. Even your patience deepens. You can now wait for hours, unmoving, for the perfect moment to strike. Eventually, you find yourself waiting just below the surface as a herd of capybaras graze nearby. You can almost taste the air around them. One wanders too close. Your body coils, tenses, and then splash! Something startles the herd. They vanish into the jungle. Opportunity missed. You sigh. Well, if snakes could sigh, and sink deeper into the water. But every hunt teaches something. Every miss sharpens your instincts, and the jungle, as harsh as it is, slowly starts to feel like home. You know the paths now. You recognize the smells. You can tell which birds are harmless and which ones mean trouble. Before long, you're over 15 feet long, a living muscle stretched across the forest floor. You don't just sneak through the jungle anymore. You own parts of it. Smaller predators steer clear. Even some of the larger ones think twice before crossing your path. And now it's time to find a space of your own, not just any spot in your territory, a place where you can eat, rest, and be safe. It takes days. You cross rivers, slide under roots, and move through thick, thorny underbrush. Eventually you find it, a quiet stretch of river shaded by trees, rich with prey and far from trouble. You press your scent into the grass and mud, marking it as yours. Still, even as you settle in, something stirs. A new urge, one that has nothing to do with hunger. It's mating season, and for the first time your senses pick up something strange. Another anaconda, nearby. So you follow the trail, your body low, your tongue flicking the air. Eventually you see her as a massive female, powerful and still. You approach cautiously. She doesn't move, so you coil slowly, carefully around her. This dance is ancient. It can last hours. When it's over, you slip away. Your role is finished. You won't see her again, and months later, she'll give birth to as many as 40 wriggling, helpless young. None of them will know you. Many of them won't survive, but that's the way of things. For an anaconda, giving birth is no different than letting go. There's no ceremony, just release and move on. And now as you glide through your territory, stronger and wiser than you've ever been, you feel a change coming, not immediately, but eventually. The jungle you once feared now respects you, but time waits for no one, not even for you. Time doesn't stop because you've grown. Seasons change, rain gets heavier, the river rises high, covering parts of the forest you once knew. That quiet place you used to hunt in, gone. Now the water is fast, full of floating sticks and mud. Everything is louder. You change to... You ride the floods, letting them carry you to new places. Tall trees now stand in deep water. Birds hide high above. Fish swim in strange patterns. The jungle smells different, feels different. It's no longer your calm world. It's wild again, and danger comes with the flood. One day, while drifting near a fallen tree, you see something moving below. Not fish, not food. Bigger, stronger. A caiman, full grown, almost your size. It glides past, silent. You stay still in the weeds. It doesn't see you, but you see enough. This place no longer belongs to you. Then it happens. One afternoon while resting under a log, something sharp stabs your side. It's not a claw or a tooth. It's hard, thin, a hook with a wire. You twist, slam your tail, snap sticks and leaves. You rip the wire out. You flee into the river. You live, but pain burns in your side. Days pass, the wound closes, the scar remains. You stay away from riverbanks now. You don't trust the edges. You don't trust shadows. You change your hunts. You wait under deep water instead. You strike fast and pull prey below. No more surprises. But the humans don't stop. Their boats hum louder. Dogs bark from far away. Plastic floats down the river. At night, strange lights glow where dark used to be. The jungle is still changing, not from rain this time, but from people. You find a new part of the river. Quieter, farther. The water is calm, the air is cool. You begin to hunt bigger animals again. A wild pig moves through the trees. You drag it into the water. It's not about the size anymore. It's about knowing the land. And one day it changes again. You smell something different. Not prey, not dangerous. Another like you. A female, large, older, resting near the river's edge. She doesn't move, and she's not alone. 3 males swim near her. They twist around her, trying to win her. You wait and watch. This is not a hunt. It's something else. A breeding ball. No fighting with teeth, just strength. Then you slide in. You join the triangle. 5 heavy bodies twist together, tails, coils, and power. The fight lasts hours, maybe more. One by one, the others give up, but you don't. You hold on. She lets you win. Afterwards, you swim away tired, but alive. That's how it goes. She stays. She will guard her eggs alone. You disappear into deeper water. That's what males do. Then something strange happens. Not wind or rain, real cold. It creeps into your body, slows your blood. You move to a sunny patch near the shore, but there's barely any light. The river feels like ice. The fish stop moving. So do you. You stop hunting, you stop swimming, you find warm rocks and curl between them. For days, maybe weeks, hunger fades, stillness keeps you alive. The jungle teaches you that waiting is not weakness, it's how you survive. Eventually, the cold fades and heat returns. Rain falls again, rivers rise, and you rise with them. You're older now. You don't chase, you don't rush. You wait in the right place at the right time. You strike once, you waste nothing. Most animals avoid you now. Even young jaguars stay away. Caimans turn the other way. Birds take flight at your shadow, but humans still come. And now they don't come along. They come with nets, loud voices. They come in boats and with tools. You stay deep in the water, silent, but one day they find you again. They move fast. You twist, swim, dive, but they block you. A net catches your back. A pole pins your neck. You thrash hard. You kick. One man falls into the mud. Another screams. You don't stop. You don't let go. Your side bleeds, but you're still breathing. You vanish into deeper water, farther from paths, farther from people. Here, you rest. Not because you're tired, because you choose to. You've earned it. And one quiet evening under a fallen tree, you find a bird, a heron. It has a broken wing. It sees you, doesn't move. You move closer. Slowly, you end its pain. Then eat, not out of hunger, but because it's your place in the forest. You feel something change inside. You're no longer just surviving. You're part of the jungle. You're no longer learning. The life of an anaconda might be hard, but there is another animal out there that finds it harder.